Hit her music.
I'm a time traveler. Cloud 9.
You know I got this thing.
Yo, what's up, everybody? If you don't know me, I go by Jack Andrews. My music name is Cozyboi X, and yeah, I'm not really gonna tell you my real name because you don't really need to know my real name. But I'm just trying to make this video, or I wanted to make this video to basically tell you my coming out story. So, first of all, I kind of knew I liked guys at a younger age. I have to say, before even elementary school, like, I just knew. There was this one instant where I was like on this bus. It was like, I think it was like one of them like church schools, something like that, where like we had to ride a bus to get there. This was before elementary school, and yeah, I was just on the bus, and I remember this dude that was sitting by me. We would just mess around with each other at a young age, and I didn't really think of none of it. And I've had like little instances like that throughout my school years. There's this one time, elementary school, me and this dude, I don't know what came about it, but we ended up around the tree to where like people couldn't really see you, but we were still in the playground, and we were just like kissing each other basically. But I didn't really start coming out till I say my high school years, because I was still trying to really figure out what like my emotions were. So during my high school years, I ended up doing psychedelics, and I was tripping, and basically I came to the conclusion that I was gay. Like I felt like me saying it to myself allowed for more doors to open up of like how I felt about the situation. So that one psychedelic trip, acid trip, led me to explore different avenues. So I guess I started going on Tinder and Grindr, and basically, I guess at the time just looking for hookups or just looking for people like in my situation. And part of it was weird, just because newly gay coming out, you don't really know what to expect. But I mean, my first boyfriend, I'd say, we met on Tinder, and like the way we communicated and everything flowed, it felt like a glove. And I didn't feel that notion with any of the girls that I was basically trying to get at when I was younger, or when I was still in the closet. Because I feel like some girls, they have like particular ways I feel like men should treat them, and at least in this day and age, and I guess I didn't have the codes or the secrets to actually keep one around. So that was another reason of me like, all right, I'm about to go venture off and see, since I have these feelings, I'm going to explore, okay, maybe a guy is going to have a different understanding of who I am than a girl would have. So that's where I took that path. So yeah, I had my first gay boyfriend. I think it was senior year high school, maybe a little bit after high school. Yeah, I think it was a little bit after high school. I believe I was either 19 or 20 because I graduated in 2015. And so after my first boyfriend, I mean, it didn't really go that well just because I still was trying to find myself. So the reason why we broke up is I broke up with him because I like, I still didn't know who I was at that time. And that's a little bit hard. It's still a little bit hard for me to even like pinpoint, like, okay, I'm this, I'm that, because there's like so many emotions basically going on in my mind that I can't like really pinpoint what I exactly am. But anyway, so after high school, had a boyfriend. Didn't really go so well. No one still knew I was gay. I was still in the closet at this time. Sorry, I got like a little cold. But I was still in the closet at this time. And at this time, I ended up becoming a professional wrestler or independent wrestler. I was starting my career in professional wrestling. And I remember like there's a whole different other people that was in the wrestling scene that was like, I think, coming out gay during the time. And they had like a whole like community thing. And I kind of felt like I wanted to be a part of that because I understood myself. But at the same time, I did not want to be labeled as like, I didn't want to be labeled in a group. Like, I still wanted to be my individual self, but I still had these feelings of like my sexuality. So I did a little research on just like gay history throughout history, and just going back through all the cultures and seeing what I feel like fitted me the best, and then maybe I'd go from there. So I made a post on, I think it was my Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, I was like, it's called a gatekeeper in Africa. It's you'd have to look at it more about it, but they had gatekeepers in Africa, and they were basically like the Zuni two-spirit people and the Native Americans have. So you got an ideology of a guy or a woman, whatever it is, feels like they have two spirits inside them. So it could be masculine or feminine, but they still are in their own body. They just might like makeup, or they might like dresses, or like a tomboy, like they might like sports, just different scenarios to where it you're still yourself, but in their culture they would be like, okay, you got two spirits, you're a two-spirit person. And in Africa you have gatekeepers to where like people who are like homosexuals get it's like a role. You get a role in the tribe. It's like gatekeeper trying to balance the roles between masculine and feminine in your little civilization, your city, your family. And I felt like that was a good representation of what I feel like I would want to do for myself. So that's the way I wanted to go. And that's what I was telling people. So on my Facebook and Twitter, I basically came out and said I was gay. aka a gatekeeper, and I gave him the definition of what that was, and basically like the whole article, and yeah. And then I'd say I came out as gay, but then I feel like I switched a little bit early on to becoming bisexual. And the reason for that is I felt gay, but I still felt a little connection between me and females. Little to say that didn't really last long of me thinking that way. And I just felt like with all these pronouns and everything, I just wanted to be like one thing that means everything, and that to me is just being gay. So like whether or not I might have an attraction to females or something, I mean at the end of the day it's just gay to me. Like there's no other way to put it. And yeah, so I came out on my social media, and some people in wrestling, I guess, made a whole article about me coming out. So that led everybody that knew me basically to check that article out. And that's basically how I came out. It was on social media. And then it was time to tell my mother. Funny enough, my mom saw my article on my Facebook, and she was asking me questions like, why are people making articles about you that are not true? Why are they spreading false narratives? So I had to break it down to her that they're not false narratives. They basically did an article of what I said back in, I think it came out 2021. They did an article on what I said, so they're not really at fault. So I'd explained to her how I felt and my sexuality and stuff, and my mom's like a heavy Christian, so she didn't really get it at first, and I feel like she still doesn't get it, but I mean, just not really forcing that. I'm not gonna like be depressed about it. I was sad at first in the beginning just because I felt like, oh, my mom like should love me and stuff, and she says she does, but she like the choice that I made, she is not really okay with it. It's basically the same of me getting gauges or me getting a tattoo or something. It's kind of like I felt like, oh, okay, you don't really like this, but at the end of the day, you already know she's gonna love me. So at least my mom. So I just took it for what it was. And yeah, in the article, it said I was gay. And so she questioned whether I like girls or not. And I told her, like, yeah, like, seeing girls that I feel attracted to, I like the feminine energy, like, I like. But in terms of, like, turning me on, it doesn't hit the same as if I, like, see a guy come in the room. So that's kind of how I explained it to her. But I mean, she still thinks I'm bi, which is fine. I feel like it's still under the same umbrella. So it's just whatever it is. So at this point in time, I'm just trying to express myself more. Basically not let people's mind get into a dark place to where I was at first, when I was first finding my like sexuality and stuff, and thinking people wouldn't like me and all this other stuff. I've seen people make different videos like this before, so this is kind of like my story add on to, like, you don't really have to worry about people not liking you, because there's going to be a whole nother community or a whole nother friend group that you could have that would like you and that will accept you for who you are. So there's like no need to worry about coming out. Only thing you need to worry about basically is your mindset, and how to handle people's reactions. That's the only thing. Besides that, everything outside of yourself is outside of yourself. You can't change anybody's mind. You can't, you can't really push your problems onto other people. You just have to be and go to the places that will accept you and that will love you for who you are. And that's basically about it. And that was some of my coming out story. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I might make more videos, but I really don't know what to talk about. But we'll see. So this is Cozyboi, Jack Andrews.